we're going to be doing 2 eyeshadow looks with this eyeshadow palette over here. This one is from FLOWERKNOWS. This is their Butterfly Cloud Color Collection, and in particular this palette, number 2, Cloud Attire. Honestly speaking, I have not seen a lot of people do dedicated eyeshadow looks with this particular palette. The first one and the third one I've seen, the warm tone and the cool tone one. It's very pretty, and I also do own the third one. And I just feel that people are low-key a little bit intimidated by this because it is not as daily wear friendly per se, because the color scheme is a bit more definitely on the colorful side of things, and for some people they might feel intimidated by this because they don't know where to lay certain shadows. Like, do I put a purple on my crease, or do I put a black in my outer V, that kind of thing. So I figured it'd be great if I can do 2 looks with this. And the first look is kind of like a light, airy kind of vibe. The second one is actually this a little bit more glammed up, a little bit more sparkly, a little pizzazz kind of thing. And if you want to check out this particular palette for yourself, you can get it on the FLOWERKNOWS global website, which I do have a code, and also on YESSTYLE, which I also do have a code to help you save more money. And if you choose to use either of the codes on either platforms, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's get into it. So for the first look that we're gonna do, I'm envisioning something a little bit more light and airy, but still quite playful, because this color palette over here, it's definitely not the most daily wear friendly, but I am going out for dinner, something, you know, nearby. We're gonna get prata. I'm so excited, I can't wait. And I have primed my eyelids with the MAC Paint Pot. I just like to, you know, always make sure the base of my eyes is always clean, cancel out any unevenness, as well as making sure there's extra gripping power for the powders to stick onto and make sure it's not patchy. So we're gonna do just that. And if you're wondering what's on my lids for today, the Lily by Red blending stick in number 3, as well as the Judy Doll lip gloss thing. I'm still testing this out. This one is in number 10. For the eye makeup, because we're gonna go in with like a matte eyeshadow, I am thinking of starting off with something lighter at least. Let's go in with this like taro light pink over here. So I'm just gonna dip it into this bigger blending brush. All of my brushes need a good deep cleaning, to be very honest. Knock off the excess, and I'm just going to put it all over my eyelids very like haphazardly, because girl, I can't be arsed about precision for today. Also, do you guys usually do your hair or makeup first? Because today I tried doing my hair first and then doing the rest of my makeup. Absolutely hated it. If I were to just, you know, pin it back, I feel that it will get crimpled, or there'll be like a little indentation. So that's why for today at least I tried this new routine. But I think I'm just gonna go back to doing my makeup first, then the rest of my hair. I made sure to bring this color all the way up to my brow bone over here, barely touching, because I realized with my eyes and also Asian eyes is that this area that is between the crease and the brow bone itself, there's actually a lot of like fats around it. Might be just me being, you know, bigger in size, I don't know. But like, I realized that if I were to stop the color just short of the crease, that it ends right over here, for example, and when I open my eyes, you can't see any color. So in order to make sure, you know, the color is visible at least, I bring it up all the way, almost close to the brow bone over here, but not actually like touching the brow itself. Okay, with the color, I don't know why there's so many sports cars recently in my area. There's like, it's so noisy. I absolutely hate it. Anyway, I feel like I do want to deepen the crease a little bit, like the outer V, this part. So I am gonna go into this. This is like a red bean pink. Using the same brush, because honestly, I am so lazy today. I don't know why, but I still want to look cute. So we're gonna do just that. And you can just stamp it on like this. You're gonna stamp it on like that. And I'm just going in circles, very tight circles, to blend everything out. I don't want it to be too pigmented though, because it's supposed to be, you know, light and breezy. I'm gonna take whatever excess is on the brush, and I'm just gonna run it underneath the lower lash line. Honestly speaking, usually I'm not a big fan in the past of, you know, having lower lash line makeup, because I feel that for my eye shape, it kind of weighs down the eyes, and sometimes it can look a little bit closed off or stuffy looking, like something was a little bit off. Part of me feels like taking this purple shade, right, and then like popping it in the inner corner like that matte highlighter, but it's colorful. I'm not sure if it look weird. I hope not. But you know what? I'm wearing specs, and if worst case scenario, everything will be covered up, right? Right? So I am gonna knock off the excess. I'm gonna pop it like right here in the middle. Concentrate a lot of the product on where I lay it down. And then maybe just ever so slightly, I'm gonna bring it along the curvature of my eye socket. Okay, with my spectacles on, I honestly can't tell. Can you see anything with the purple highlight? Maybe it needs like a really intense white or something that is white base, like right in the middle, like right here, so that the purple can really pop. Hue of purple right now, maybe if I had contacts, it will look much better, a little bit more obvious as well. The original plan was to take this pinkish hue shimmer over here and pop it all over the middle of my lids, but part of me really wants to try and take the white and just like pop it in the middle of the inner corner. Then I have featured this white shimmer in another video of mine, which I'll put a link card up above. You guys can go and check that out, where I tested out some of the original shades. But okay, you know what? I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna wing it. I'm gonna take this pinkish color, and this is how it looks like. Ooh. And yeah, just like put it in the middle, like right here. Ooh. Honestly, it's looking a tad bit one-dimensional to me, because if you look up close, the matte purple highlighter shade, the pastel purple, right? It is very similar in color and tone to the reflex of the pinkish shimmer, like the duochrome. They are in the same color family for sure, and they are leaning a little bit too close. And now the pink, it's not really intense, so I feel I can go in with a bit more product with the red bean color. I'm just going to tap it in right over here, wiggle it in. I don't want to use black for today because I think it will be a little bit too intense. Also, because I have spectacles on today, I can go in a little bit heavy-handed because I feel like my glasses are so thick, it kind of distorts everything a little bit. It looks kind of cute. I like it. I like it. So I went to curl my lashes and threw in some mascara. The one I have on is the 1028 Super Slim Curl Waterproof Mascara in brown. And this is how it's looking like. I actually think this looks really cute, giving a little bit of whimsical, a little bit of fantasy, and colorful and playful, while, you know, not being too loud in a sense. And I did add a little bit more of the red bean color, and I did pinch the brush and I ran it along my lower lash line for a bit because I feel like I need that bit of definition. And yeah, that's how the makeup has turned out so far. And let me throw on my specs. I really like this look. I love how it turned out, and it's definitely more on the lighter area side of things. So this is the first look with the Cloud Attire palette. Time for look 2 with the Cloud Attire palette. Same thing, I'm just going to quickly prep my eyes with the same MAC paint pot in Painterly. And this time around, I'm envisioning the look to be something a little bit more vampy, a little bit more dark. I think in the earlier part of this video, you would have seen how the look would have turned out. But for me, I don't know how it looks like. So this is just hopeful, wishful guessing, I guess. Thinking of using the black here and the red bean color, so a medium tone and also a deep dark tone like this. And then we could throw in a little bit of sparkle with the two shimmer shades over here. I'm gonna take this like light pink shade, right? I am still going to pop it in the crease first. And I'm just taking it on a small blending brush. And I'm just going to wipe it all over, and again, same thing, bring it all the way up. I do think that I want to wear lashes for today's look. Not gonna lie, doing a smoky, colorful look still kind of scares me a little bit, and I hope I know what I'm doing. So I'm taking the red bean taro color, right? I'm just going to spread it all over the mobile eyelid. The one thing I like about C Beauty shadows, right, is that they are a lot more pigmented in color compared to K-Beauty or J-Beauty shadows. And you know, they're not afraid to play around with color. And obviously, you know, it's the whole debate about K-Beauty being, you know, all natural beauty, and also I think J-Beauty as well. It's a little bit more on the subtle side as well. But in terms of makeup preference and taste, which is also again very personal, definitely loving. And also the formula of these shadows, I really can like build up the pigmentation and intensity, or if not, I can also, you know, go in with a sheerer layer as well. A lot more flexibility and wiggle room. Just making sure to press down and lay down the pigment, making sure that everything is even and not patchy. While I'm at it, I'm actually just going to run some along the lower lash line. I feel that when it comes to wearing more intense makeup, then sometimes I'll add a little bit more definition along the lower lash line. If not, I would like to leave it alone because sometimes it can make my eyes look a little bit, you know, stuffy or just unnatural. Unnatural. But yeah, it just helps to add a little bit more definition to the eyes, like contour it a little bit better. This black shade over here, it's not a true black. It's actually like a cool black, like a grayish black. So it's not purely 100% jet black. So it's not going to be as intense. So you know what? I'm going to take a little bullet brush like this. I'm not really sure why is my camera not in focus, but yeah, it's a little bullet brush like this. And I'm just going to saturate the brush itself with this. Ooh, kind of looks like coal, to be honest, this kind of color. I'm going to start stamping it on as close as possible to my lash line. Because what I'm kind of envisioning is like a gradient from black to that red bean taro color. It's still pretty soft, not as intense, so I'm going in with another layer to kind of like build it up a little bit more. I don't think I can get it like super intense, but it would be cool if I can get it into like a smoky red-gray kind of moment. So we'll see about that. Honestly speaking, not really loving how this second look is turning out. Oh no! And also I did swatch on the back of my hand. This red bean taro color is kind of more leaning towards a pink rather than a true red. So it's like a black pink, quite literally, kind of moment. Okay, let's see. How can I salvage this? Going into the black or gray charcoal. And I'm trying to, really going in and trying to get that depth and build up the intensity a little bit. Because right now everything is looking a little bit too smoky, a little bit too wispy, if that makes sense. So I'm really just like going in and I'm trying to build it up as close as possible to the lash line. A little bit better. I think I am going to try and use the red again. I'm going to lay in a bit more product along the contours or the socket of my eyes. What do you guys think? Honestly, it's a little bit lackluster for me personally. We're gonna trust the process, alright? I'm gonna take this silvery color over here. This one is really like my favorite, and look at that. Look at that. So, oh wow, that is okay. That's a bit too much product. I'm gonna lay it like on the black itself. So I'm just going to imagine, right? It's gonna be something like that. That's gonna be pretty. Oh, y'all are with me, right? Okay, let's just pray and hope, guys. Pray and hope. Oh, okay, that is pretty, but I think I went in with a bit too much, so I'm trying to temper it down a little bit. Honestly, the dark black eyeshadow helps to bring out the reflectiveness and the brightness of the white shimmer. So you know what, I don't completely hate it. Biggest tip when it comes to, you know, dealing with boo-boos like this and you're like unsure what to do like on this side of the eye, right? Try and replicate the same mistake that you made on the original eye and do it the same on this eye. I think it's even worse when you do a good eye, which is maybe like this eye for example, and then this eye isn't the best and then it just looks very off balance and uneven. I'm gonna focus it on the center here. And tap, 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 tap in. Okay. Ooh, okay, well honestly that shimmer shade is so mesmerizing. I feel like for this eye the shimmer is more like centered. This one's is spread out like a tad bit too much to my liking, like a little bit. There's a reason why I usually like to do my eye makeup before doing the rest of my face. I do see a little bit of like flecks here and there. One of you guys gave me this very useful tip, which was to use like a clean mascara wand, like disposable one. You can just like lightly graze against your skin, and to be careful obviously, and girl, it has helped so much to remove the glitter particles because now you can't really see it that much. I didn't mention what I'm wearing on my lips right now if you're curious, alright. Lily by Red Smiley Lip Blending Stick, the same one in number 3, this greyish color. I do have the Espoir Bee Velvet. What shade is this? This is in Haze, this color over here. Very my lips but better with a hint of burgundy kind of color. And then on the center of my lips, just to add a little bit more oomph and, you know, volume, I do have the Para Ink Velvet in number 31. One of my favorite ink velvet shades from Para. So good and so unique of a color. Camera wasn't recording when I drew on my wing liner. So I did a small baby black wing liner. And this is how it looks like. I don't know what I got this as a gift from Florette. Yeah, someone gifted this to me. It's a little black color like this. I'm gonna pop on some mascara just to coat the base of it only. I do think I shouldn't have trimmed this pair of lashes because it's a little bit short, like it's ending like right here, but I think it could have ended like at the tail end here, but you know what? It's okay, it's fine. Honestly, I used to be a lash hater. I never understood why beauty influencers would wear like huge, chunky, caterpillar looking ones in the past. But now I kind of get it because obviously I don't like the chunky looking ones, but wispy looking ones like this, so pretty. I'm using the Judy Doll Eye Mascara in black, and I put some on the lower lash line as well. It's looking a little bit, not the cleanest, but you know what? I'll roll with it. And honestly, I am loving how it's looking like. Oh my god, do we see? Do we see the length, the definition, the wispiness of this? Wow. My lashes have never looked this good, and yeah, this is really one of those trust the moment process. Now, I am going to do my hair because I look crazy. Oh my god, wait, hold on, let me see. Yep. Back with my hair done, and you know what? Today's hairstyle is low-key giving Hairspray. If you know the musical show, it reminds me of that for some reason. I don't know why, but you know what? I think it worked out in the end. It's not my favorite or my best look for this palette over here, but at least now with, you know, like doing 2 different looks, you guys have a better idea of what this eyeshadow palette is at least capable of. You definitely can't make very, you know, smoky or dramatic makeup despite having this black or grayish black eyeshadow, because really the intensity of it is just not there. If you really want to have like a deep dark smoky black, I would still highly suggest to go with probably a Western shadow, because this one, it's not as light as K-Beauty shadows, but this one still kind of lacks the oomph that I really wanted. Actually, upon closer look, the blackish grayish eyeshadow turned into like a purpley hue because of the layered whitish bluish shimmer on top. If it weren't for the white shimmery shadow, I don't think this eye look will actually pop off, because I didn't really like how dusty the blackish gray was looking like the whole matte eyeshadow alone by itself. I just wasn't feeling it, so I'm really glad that I did throw on the white shimmer. I hope you found this video helpful and you managed to get some inspiration out of the FLOWERKNOWS Cloud Attire eyeshadow palette. This palette is actually pretty fun and quite versatile. It's not as scary as it seems, and honestly, I will wear something like this for maybe somebody's wedding party. You know, it's pretty fun and out there, but still not as loud as what some people will consider it to be. And make sure you hit that like button and subscribe for more beauty videos like this. I will see you guys in my next video, which you can check out over here.